नमस्कार. हांगा जमिल्ल्या सगळ्यांक माये मोगाचो येवकार. हांव PLV आकांक्षा गांवकर तुमचें स्वागत करता. आज 22 ऑक्टोबर 2024 ह्या दिसा कानुनी सेवा संस्थेचो काज विशेष करून PLV पॅरालिगल व्हॉलंटियर हांचे भुमिके बद्दल म्हायती आनी कायदे विशीं मदतीक अर्ज करपाच्या पद्दती जाणून घेवपा खातीर हो कार्यक्रम डिस्ट्रिक्ट लीगल सर्विसेस ऑथॉरिटी आनी गोविंद रामनाथ कारे कॉलेज ऑफ लॉ हांणी घडोवन हाडला. आयच्या ह्या कार्यक्रमाक आमकां मुखेल सोयरे म्हूण लाभल्यात मुख्य कायदे मदत वाचक वकील म्हणल्यारूच चीफ लीगल एड डिफेन्स काउन्सिल माननीय ॲडव्होकेट अनिशा E सिमॉयस आनी गोविंद रामनाथ कारे कॉलेज ऑफ लॉ ह्या महाविद्यालयाची प्राध्यापिका माननीय डॉक्टर मारिया गॉरेटी सिमॉयस. मागता मानेस्ता लागीं की ताणें माचयेर येवन बसका घेवची. मागता सगळ्या लागीं की ताणें ताळयो मारून मानेस्ताचें स्वागत करचें. आतां हांव मागता बाय संपदा भट हाचे लागीं की ताणें फुलां भेटोवन मानेस्ताचें स्वागत करचें. धन्यवाद बाय संपदा. आतां मागता GR कारे कॉलेज ऑफ लॉ ह्या महाविद्यालयाची प्राध्यापिका माननीय डॉक्टर मारिया गॉरेटी सिमॉयस हांचे लागीं की ताणें जमिल्ल्या सभेचें मार्गदर्शन करचें.
देव बरें करूं बाय Akansha. To all the faculty members who have gathered here today on this occasion of creating legal awareness through this outreach program organized by the District Legal Service Authority in collaboration with not GR Kare College of Law but the proud PLVs of this institution who have been dedicatedly working towards this endeavor. And it gives me immense pleasure to actually put on record their contribution because they are not that they are not working, but they don't get paid until and unless the amount is signed by me. So they are doing a great job. Keep it up. So I also take this opportunity to welcome our very own alumna, Advocate Anisha E Simoes. Good to see her doing a lot of activities as the Chief Legal Aid Defense Counsel. She has been here earlier and she is present with us now also. So she will be talking about the role of PLVs and the modalities of filing or the procedure of filing for the right to legal aid. Because so with these few words, I also welcome on board our alumni. We have Mr. Gaunker as well as Mr. Savio Narona. Savio Narona happens to be our alumnus as well, and so is Advocate Gaunker. Thank you for coming here. I know, so without wasting much time, I would request the compere to do the needful and welcome Advocate Anisha on the dais. Thank you.
देव बरें करूं मॅडम. आतां हांव मागता PLV सिद्धी नायक हाचे लागीं की ताणें आमच्या मुखेल सोयऱ्या बद्दल म्हायती दिवची.
A very good morning to one and all. It is my pleasure to introduce Advocate Anisha E Simoes, a distinguished legal professional recognized for her exceptional commitment to access justice. Ma'am has completed her LLB in 2009 and LLM in 2011 in labor law at BVN's Govind Ramnath Kare College of Law. Ma'am started practicing in 2009 as a junior at the chamber of Advocate Ame Prabhudesai. Ma'am opened her own independent chamber in Margao and Vasco and practiced in the field of criminal law. In April 2023, Ma'am has been appointed as Deputy Chief Legal Aid Defense Counsel at District Legal Services Authority, SOUTH-GOA. From Deputy Chief to Chief, Ma'am has been recently appointed as Chief Legal Aid Defense Counsel at District Legal Services, SOUTH-GOA in June 2024. With around 15 years of experience in the field of criminal law and later in legal aid services, Ma'am will provide us valuable insight on the topic functions of legal service institutions, on the role of PLVs and modalities for applying for legal aid. Thank you, Ma'am, and over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, respected Principal Dr. Maria Goretti Simoes, and you, my dear friends. As quoted by Justice US Supreme Court, there can be no equal justice where the kind of trial a man gets depends on the amount of money he has. And it's quoted by Martin Luther King, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I advocate Anisha Simoes, Chief Legal Aid Defense Counsel. Today I'm going to talk on the topic functions of the legal service authorities, role of the PLVs and modalities of how to apply for legal aid. Legal aid scheme was first introduced by Justice P.N. Bhagwati under the Legal Aid Committee formed in 1971. Article 39A of our Constitution provides that state shall secure that the operation of legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity and shall in particular. Article 14 and 22(1) also makes it obligatory for the state to ensure equality before law. Object of Legal Service Authorities Act. An act to constitute legal services. Authorities to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker section of the society to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, and to organize Lok Adalat to secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity. In view of this constitutional provision, that is 39A, and other obligations, the Parliament has enacted the Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 with the primary objective of providing free and competent legal service to the weaker section of the society. Provision of Legal Service Authorities Act 2(1). According to Section 2(1)A of the Act, legal aid can be provided to a person for a case which includes a suit or any proceedings before a court. Section 2(1)AAA defines the court as a civil and criminal or revenue court and includes any tribunal or any other authority constituted under any law for the time being in force to exercise judicial and quasi-judicial functions. As per Section 2(1)C, legal services includes the rendering of any service in the conduct of any case or other legal proceedings before any court or any other authority or tribunal, and the giving of advice on any legal matter. Legal service authorities, after examining the eligibility criteria of an applicant and the existence of a prima facie case in his favor, provide him counsel at the state expense, pay the required court fees in the matter, and bear all the incidental expenses in connection with the case. The person to whom legal aid is provided is not called upon to spend anything. Anything means anything at all, not even a rupee, not even court fees, once it is supported by legal service authority. The hierarchy goes like this. At national level, it is called NALSA. At state level, SLSA, and then under the state it comes the DLSA and the TLSA, that is Taluka level. A national-wide network has been envisaged under the Act for providing legal aid assistance. National Legal Service Authority, that is NALSA, is the apex body constituted to lay down policies and principles. In every state, a legal service authority is constituted to give effect to the policies and direction of the central authority, that is NALSA. District Legal Service Authority is constituted in every district to implement legal aid programs and schemes in the districts. Taluka Legal Service Committee are also constituted for each of the taluka or mandal or group of taluka or mandals to coordinate the activities of legal service. Legal service institutions perform a variety of functions including providing legal aid, organizing of Lok Adalats, raising legal awareness, implementing NALSA policies. Now we come to state legal service authorities. Every state government shall constitute a body to be called the Legal Service Authority for the state, that is SLSA, to exercise the powers and performs the functions conferred on or assigned to a state authority under this Act. What are the functions of SLSA? It shall be the duty of the state authority to give to effect to the policies and directions of the central authority, that is NALSA, without prejudice to the generality of the functions referred to in subsection 1. The state authority shall perform all or any of the person who satisfy the criteria laid down under this Act, that is Section 12, conduct Lok Adalats, including Lok Adalat for higher court cases, under preventive and strategic legal aid programs. Section 18, that is the High Court Legal Service Committee. The committee shall consist a chairman, that is the sitting judge of the High Court, such members, and the Chief Justice of the High Court shall appoint secretary to the committee possessing such experience and qualification as may be prescribed by the state government. TLSC, that is District Legal Service Authority. The state government shall, in consultation with the Chief Justice of High Court, constitute a body to be called District Legal Service Authority for every district in the state to exercise the power and perform functions conferred on. In our Goa state, we have two districts, that is North and South. A district authority shall consist of the district judge, who shall be its chairman, such number of members possessing such experience, and the state authority shall, in consultation with the chairman of district authority, appoint a person belonging to the state judicial service, not lower in rank than of a subordinate judge or a civil judge posted at the seat of a district judiciary, and a secretary of the district's authority to exercise such powers and perform such duties under the chairman of the committee as may be assigned. And what are the functions of DLSA at the district level? It shall be the duty of every district authority to perform such functions of the state authority in the district as may be delegated to it from time to time by the state authority. Without prejudice to the generality of the function referred in the subsection 1, the district authority may also perform any of the following functions, namely, coordinate the activities of the Taluka Legal Service Committee and other legal service committee in district, organize Lok Adalat at district levels, perform such other functions as the state authority may fix by regulation. Same way, we have Taluka Legal Service Committee, that is TLSC. The state authority constitute TLSC to be called Taluka Legal Service Committee for each taluka or a mandal. The committee shall consist the senior most judicial officer as the chairman and such other members. What are the functions of Taluka Legal Service Committee? The Taluka Service Committee may perform all of the following functions: coordinate the activities of legal service in Taluka, organize Lok Adalats at Taluka level, perform such other functions as the district authority may assign to it. Free. There are certain criteria when you are eligible for this legal aid, that is totally free. Section 12 of Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 prescribes the criteria of giving legal services to the eligible person. Section 12 of the Act read as under: every person who has to file or defend a case shall be entitled to legal service under this Act if that person is a member of a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, a victim of trafficking in human being or beggar as referred to it in Article 23 of the Constitution, a woman or a child. I'll just give a halt at this scene. Now, woman or a child. A woman means any woman. It can be the richest woman in the world also. It can be the poorest. There is no difference if you are rich or poor. If you are a woman, you are entitled for legal services, free legal services. You have to just provide your Aadhaar card, that's it. Next is a mentally ill or otherwise disabled person. A person under circumstances of unserved, bond, and industrial worker in custody, including custody in a protective home. Now, in custody means in our mind directly comes in jail, judicial custody. It is not like that. It is even in juvenile custody. So they are entitled when they are in the custody. It may be PC, JC, or juvenile custody. In receipt of annual income less than 1.5 lakh. Now, when you are not eligible under all this from A to G. Now, if you want a legal aid, maybe any man, and if he is not belong to the scheduled caste or not in custody, he has to get an income certificate which is less than 1.5 lakh. Here we consider less than 3 lakh. Entitlement of legal service. Person who satisfied all of any criteria under section 12, that person is entitled. An affidavit
made by a person as to his income may be regarded as sufficient. Not only income certificate, even an affidavit sworn in that his income is below 3 lakhs, that would be sufficient. Now section 19, what are the other functions the district legal services or the other authorities, they organize Lok Adalat, central, state, district and taluka level. Consummation for Lok Adalat comprises the following: there is a sitting or a retired judicial officer, other persons of repute as may be prescribed by the state government in consultation with the Chief Justice of High Court. What are the cases which you can refer for Lok Adalats? By consent, how you can refer? By consent of the parties to the dispute. There should be consent of both the parties. If they say, okay, we feel it has to be referred for Lok Adalat, they both have to consent and it is referred for Lok Adalat. One of the parties makes an application for reference to the Lok Adalat, where the court is satisfied that the matter is an inappropriate one to be taken cognizance of by Lok Adalat. Comprised settlement shall be guided by the principle of justice, equity, fair play and other legal principles. Where no compromise has been arrived at through conciliation, the matter shall be returned to the concerned court for the disposal in accordance with the law. What are the powers of Lok Adalat? Every proceeding of Lok Adalat shall be deemed to be judicial proceeding for the purpose of summoning of the witnesses, discovery of documents, reception of evidences, requisitioning of public record. Cases, which are the cases suitable for Lok Adalat? Now, murder cases and 307 attempt, we cannot refer to Lok Adalat. So there are certain criteria which cases which can be referred to Lok Adalat. Those are motor accident cases like claims and all, damage cases, family dispute, matrimonial cases, unpaid loan cases, land related cases, some civil and criminal cases also. Cases related to unpaid bills. Advantages of Lok Adalat. What are the advantages? Having proceedings in the court and having proceedings at Lok Adalat, justice at no cost, speedy justice and saving from the lengthy court procedure, which cases take 10 to 15 years for disposal. It is disposed in a short period of time. It may be even one session of Lok Adalat. Solving problems of backlog cases, maintenance of cordial relationship. What happens when the case runs in a court? One person wins, the other person loses, and the relation doesn't maintain, maybe business or maybe family relation. But in Lok Adalat, it is not like that. Now there are other authorities which functions under DLSA. That is, one is LADC. I belong to LADC, Chief of LADC. So this is started recently. Now before there were panel lawyers. Whenever some cases is to, somebody wanted free legal aid, the case is to go to panel lawyers. Now, whatever criminal cases comes, it may be in custody or even outside on bringing of caste certificate or income certificate, there is no delay in giving a lawyer. It comes directly to the LADC, and today itself you fill the form, today itself you get a lawyer, and there is no delay in process. NALSA has envisioned legal aid delivery based on model for providing legal aid in criminal matters in session and magistrate courts on the lines of public defender system, which will involve salaried lawyers with assistance. The said unit deals exclusively with the legal aid work in the criminal matters. Lawyers engaged for it shall not be taking any private cases. That is, we are full time for legal aid, LADC. We cannot take any private matters. It creates institutional capacity to effectively provide legal aid to the needy in the criminal justice system. There is other thing also, pro bono lawyers. Now, pro bono lawyers is the secretary DLSA also maintain a separate panel of pro bono lawyers. The member secretary may send a request to the senior advocates to volunteer their pro bono professional services for rendering advice as and when required. The secretary DLSA shall take need-based services of pro bono lawyers on the basis of their experience. That is totally free. They are not panel lawyers, they are not LADC. They do cases free once it is given to them by the secretary. Paralegal volunteers. As we all know, we have a legal aid clinic in Kare College also. We have our volunteers working here. Now, paralegal volunteers means a paralegal volunteer trained under the National Legal Service Authority scheme. They have been given special training and empaneled by a legal service. What is the eligibility? It is not that somebody comes and we just appoint them as PLVs. There is certain criteria and eligibility for them to become PLVs. PLV shall be literate, preferably matriculate with a capacity for overall. Preferably, PLV shall be selected from the person who do not look up to the income they derive from their services as PLV. but they should have a mindset to assist the needy in the society, coupled with the compassion, empathy, and concern for the upliftment of the marginalized and weaker section of the society. They must have unflinching commitment towards the case, which should be translated into the work they undertake. Places and areas. Which are the places we place the paralegal volunteers? It's not only schools and colleges. It's in front office, that is of DLSA. Prison legal aid clinic. We even have a paralegal volunteer who works from inside the prison. We have a convict who's been convicted in the case, working as a paralegal volunteer. And we have a committee paralegal volunteer who's working from outside the jail. Legal service clinic. Legal literacy classes and camps organized by DLSA. Lok Adalat mediation counseling program. Police station. We even have our paralegal volunteers in every police station. The volunteers guide pre-arrest stage. When a person is called by a police officer for interrogation, if he doesn't know what to do, what is the next step, then he can approach the paralegal volunteers. Here even our volunteers approach them and ask them if they require any help, and accordingly it is being communicated to us, and we do the needful of filing applications and everything. Clinics at the village and communal level, at panchayat level, or at the village schools, government schools. Legal aid clinics. Now what are these legal aid clinics? Legal aid clinics means the facilities established by the district legal service authorities to provide basic legal services to the people with the assistance of PLVs or lawyers or any other arrangement at the first contact for help. Advise and include setup of legal service clinics. The LAC are set up at different places to help the people like schools, colleges and prisons. What are the objectives of it? The objective of establishing and operationalizing the prison legal aid clinic in every prison in the country is to provide meaningful, efficient and effective legal service and assistance to the prisoners' life, to ensure all time that no person is without legal representation at any stage of criminal trial. Bridge the gap between the prisoners. Facilitate communication between the prisoners and lawyers. Ensure that no person is illegally or unnecessarily detained in the prison. Ensure special needs of vulnerable groups to collaborate with local universities, academic institutions, etc. to undertake implementation of NALSA, SLSA campaigns for prisoners. Now what are the modalities of applying for legal aid? How you can apply in a different way for legal aid? There are multiple ways to apply for legal aid, including online. You can apply online through the National Legal Service Authority website or the website of the State Legal Service Authority. In person, you can visit the front office of the District Legal Service Authority, High Court Legal Service Authority or State Legal Service Authority to apply. You can also fill out an application form at the legal service institutions and submit it in person or by post. By mail, you can send an application by post to the Legal Service Authority. By email, you can even email it orally. You can apply orally with the assistance of, now some are uneducated, don't know how to fill the form, don't know how to use the internet. So for that purpose, we keep our PLVs at every place, like police station and everywhere, how I explained to you. So they can orally mention to them that they want legal assistance, advice or services, and they help them in filling form and reaching to the concerned authorities. Now what are, thank you so much.
आता फॉलोअप झाला असा तर आयच्या ह्या विषयाचेर कोणाकूय कितें प्रश्न असल्यार ती आता विचारू शकता. येस संपदा.
How can PLVs support or guide the elderly citizens, elderly people?
Senior citizens.
Yes.
You can help them. Sometimes what happens, the elderly citizens are unaware of the legal services which are provided to them. So you can help them by writing forms. Sometimes your work is not limited only to apply for legal aid form for them. Sometimes they don't have a senior citizen card. They don't have access to some schemes which are being provided by the DLSA or state level. So you can help them to reach out to us, and in turn the DLSA secretary or we can help them to get access to the schemes and other things.
Thank you. मॅम म्हाका एक प्रश्न आशिल्लो. आतां आमचे जे असतात ल्हान भुरगे असतात वेरीन दे गेट सेक्शुअली हॅरेस्ड अँड दे आर नॉट एबल टू ओपन अप. सो इन दॅट केस हाव कॅन अ PLV help them?
Yes, I don't know if you have done any camp on POXO. We are doing these days. Some PLVs has done, and we have some cases which have come forward to us who have not opened up to their parents and teachers. So what we can do, that is what we are doing. in collaboration with the schools. Now how we are doing in collaboration with the colleges. We organize boxo camps to the children and we educate them on the subject. And when you educate them, when you give a talk to children, you talk in a friendly manner. And when somebody approaches to you, you can take that person aside and in a friendly manner, you can ask that child about what is happened and they open up to you. And then you can do the necessary things of filing the complaint to the teacher or you can approach to the DLSA. We have done it in 2-3 cases.
थँक्यू मॅम. आणि तुमच्या सगळ्या प्रश्नांक उत्तरां मेळ्ळा आसतलीं अशें समजून आमी कार्यक्रमाच्या निमण्या अध्यायाचेर पाविल्ले आसा. पूण ताच्या पयलीं हांव मागता मॅम डॉक्टर मारिया गॉरेटी सिमोएस हांचे लागीं की ताणें आमच्या मुखेल सोयऱ्याक भेटवस्तू भेटोवची. देव बरें करूं मॅडम. आता वेळ झाला मनोगत व्यक्त करपाचो. कार्यक्रमाच्या ह्या निमण्या सुवातेर हांव मागता PLV बाय दिव्यता शेटकर हाचे लागीं की ताणें आभार व्यक्त करचे.
Good morning. Good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. Gaunker for letting us conduct such informative program. A special thanks to our resource person, Advocate Anisha E Simoes, for enlightening us with detailed presentation on the significant role of PLVs play in